My name is Mary Eng. I have a post-traumatic stress disorder, which can be abbreviated PTSD, and I want the mayor to understand that. Post-traumatic stress disorder symptoms I have will be shaky knees, inability to walk. I need to sit down for reasonable accommodation when my symptoms are high. The other symptoms, like my voice will shake, I feel like I can't breathe. I have had a speech impediment. If that comes over me and I can't advocate for my own needs, when my trauma is at a maximum, I cannot even speak English. And so I also have a special needs of a neck injury. The police brutality victim who I volunteered to assist crushed my head like this and dislocated my trachea, and I have to wear a neck brace. So I need my neck brace to be respected, and if, for instance, when he had police officers attack me on June 29th, 2016, my neck brace was removed, even though I had told Charlie Hales a week before that Benjamin Pickering had brutally assaulted me in a homicide attempt twice in a row in one night. So he did not respect my disabilities. The officer took off my neck brace, and then they covered me with bruises because I talked about Americans with Disabilities Act at the city hall. And I have post-traumatic stress. I know that I have stress. I'm going to hold it together so you don't feel alarmed. They covered me with bruises. They denied me my medication for my neck injury, denied me food, denied me water, denied me house key, denied me my bus pass, my honored citizen bus pass. These are severe infringements of Americans with Disability Act. Charlie Hales knows that I am publicly a rape victim who talks about my rape, and I have very, very severe post-traumatic stress. So, when he decides to have me brutalized, covered with bruises, when I am having what would have been a mild post-traumatic stress response, my knees are shaking, so I sit down. I cannot lift my bags, they are so heavy. I ask for assistance and no one helps me. I thought everything was okay. I was going back into chamber to speak. I was not asked to leave by anyone. And so when I go back, I'm waiting to reading a book, then someone says, "You're going to be arrested." And I think, for what? I just spoke about Disabilities Act and why we need to have respect of disabilities when we have development in infrastructure building in Portland. And so I go down the stairs and I'm brutalized out in the hall. And I want Charlie Hales to understand I was in a medical crisis when the officers attacked me. Furthermore, when I was in handcuffs, they crushed my wrists until my thumb would not work, until it was turning blue. And I said, "Please relieve the pressure." They increased it. They crushed my wrists until it indented very hard. And then they twisted and pulled until I could not breathe and the skin was ripping across my neck into positional asphyxiation, which can be fatal. And I have neck injury. So I don't understand why, even if I take off my neck brace, could I please be treated as if I had a dislocated trachea, as according to my x-rays? And I don't feel that I should have to violate that much of my medical privacy to be treated respectfully here in City Hall of all places. The officers Engstrom and Waltz, who brutalized me, teased me about a corkscrew that John Chandler of G4S called in a lie to 911, which is a violation of Oregon state law, that I had brandished a corkscrew. Yet, in our other surveillance footage, the officers who brutalized me are standing there like this for 10 minutes. So they are obviously not on a high level of security threat when they come to brutalize me and rip my arms off my body and cover me with bruises. And so there was a lie told on a 911. This is going to come out in court. the DA needs to drop charges on me. They call disorderly conduct and trespassing. A disabled person with post-traumatic stress has a right to come to City Hall. We have a right to petition government to give speech on ADA. I talked with a very nice blind lady who gave a speech. I was a happy camper. I was there. And honestly, the other people who were having a problem, besides Mayor Hales having like a senile episode where he screams at everybody and acts crazy, was my friend David. I was trying to help him. My friend Joe, I was trying to help him. And in my professional capacity, I was trained as a paralegal and a caregiver. So in my mind, I was trying to help facilitate peaceful. I actually assisted those people coming out. So we were following orders, but just not as quickly, because so many disabilities, from emphysema to post-traumatic stress, etc. So that's my main message. I was trying to help. Michael Cohen will know I was trying to help, and I have plenty of video evidence. The video evidence can be seen at Mary Eng 1 YouTube channel, and that includes arresting Mary Eng. It includes persuading Lone Vet to leave the chamber is one of the other videos. And it shows that in my non-professional capacity as a caregiver, I sought to help assist Charlie Hales have his termination of the meeting suddenly to interrupt the child sex trafficking speech of David Keefe Davis. Because for some reason he didn't want to talk about child sex trafficking as it affects development and ADA. But he did, and I don't think it was fair to interrupt his First Amendment rights or his ADA rights. He has disability too, and he is public about that. I'm not trying to violate his First Amendment rights or his privacy rights, but
he is.
We were trying to protect him. And what was amazing about the day, to look on the positive, is, okay, well, I'm going to get out of here, was I protected G4S from making any bad mistakes. They didn't hurt anybody, and then it was only the police who hurt us, but at least it was out in the open with witnesses and cameras going. Okay, what is your name? Sin, thank you for bringing my testimony out. I appreciate it. It will help me in court. It will be like a dress rehearsal.